Hello, I welcome you to our first lesson of our development of our kids learning app. So with this lesson, or with this software we are going to develop, we are going to use Visual Studio. So with my version, I'm using 2012 Ultimate. So it depends on what you use. You can use 2012, you can use the current one, 2020. You can use any other versions that's it. But for me, I'm using 2012 Ultimate version. So when you launch your application or when you launch your Visual Studio, this is what you are going to use. And don't forget, you are going to use a Visual Basic.net programming language. There are different programming languages that you can use to develop apps, but this kind of language was developed by Microsoft. So we are going to use this software to develop the learning app that you saw in the overview. Now, this is what we are going to do. We are going to create a new project. So you can come to this side to create a new project here. Or if you don't see this this section on your screen, you can go to File, then go to New, then click on Projects. So let's create a new project here. So with this new project, make sure your Visual Basic here is selected because that's the language you are going to use. Then when you come here, make sure Windows Form application is also selected. We have different softwares or different applications you can develop. You can even use this kind of Visual Studio to develop a website, but that's not our lesson, or that's not our focus. So our focus is how to develop Windows Form applications. So this is where you are going to click. So click on Windows Form, then you come to this side, the name. You give it a name. Which name do you want to give to your app? So I want to give my alphabet class. That's the name I want to give to my software. So you can add, let's say, v1.0 at version 1.0 or version 1.0. Okay, so this is it. So when you come to this side, just click on, if yours is not selected, just click on it and select it to create a directory for a solution, and also add a control, add to source control. Just do that. Then you select your location where you want to place your projects. So for me, I've created a folder on my desktop where you can have Visual Basic projects. So that is the software, the folder I've created. That's in that folder, all my files, all my documents on this software will be placed. So let me open it for you to see that. Okay, so this VB project. So when you save your work, so let's save our work. Okay, let's click on OK. So this is the directory or the location that I've created. I've selected for this project. So let's click on OK. So the moment you click on OK, the Windows form or the first form will appear on your screen. Okay, so this is the form. We have now created our project. So let's go to the folder I've started. Okay, so this is the project, the folder I created it for our project, and there's the name. I think I used my, what is it, where is it, my alphabet class. So this is the project we are going to work on. So when you open it, you can see another folder and a solution file. So this is a solution file. So anytime you close your Visual Basic and you want to open it again, this is where you're going to click. You double click on this file to open your project for you again, then you start to edit it. So now let's move forward. Now we are going to start with our loading screen. That's the first screen to load when you open your software. So let's do something here. Let's go to the property window. So this is the property. So if you can't see the property window, just right click on the form here and select properties. It will display this window for you here. Okay, so now you have this. You can enlarge it, you can reduce the size, you can create the size that you want. It depends on the kind of system you are developing. Okay, so with this, it's a loading screen, so we are going to make it a little bit large. So let's go to the property and now give a name to our form. So the form we are going to give a name as FRM loading loading screen. Okay, so when you are naming your objects, make sure you don't give space. You can use underscore to replace the space. We should take note of that. Okay, so we are giving a name to our form here. Now let's go to the form border. The form border side. You don't want to see this thing at the top here, so you select it to none. Form border side, select to none. Okay, now we are going to enlarge this. So to make sure that we cover the whole screen, let's click on Shift plus Alt plus Enter to see the full screen. Then now you can just enlarge our screen to fit our system. Okay, so we have this here. Okay, so let's exit the full screen. Okay, so you have this here. So the first thing you're going to do now, you are going to give a color. Either you give a color or you can give a background image. So anything that suits you. Okay, for now let's try to add a back color. But before that, if you want to add image, you need to let's go to our form here. You need to create a folder here, and this folder we are going to use it to store all our images, our icons, and everything, our resources we are going to use for this software. So go to new folder here in the folder, the project folder. Then you click on resources, you add or you type resources. Good. Am I correct? Okay, let me rename it. Okay, so resources is here. So we are going to add our images here and the others. Okay, so this is the thing you need to do. Now let's go back to our form again, and now we don't want to add image for now. So let's change the back color. Just the back color to something different from white. Okay, so let's use this color for now. Okay, so we want to add some text to this background here. So let's search for label. We want to add label, so let's search for label and drag it to our form here. Then now go to caption here. So search for it's text rather. Let's go to text. Okay, so which name do you want to give to which name, the name that you want to appear on your loading screen? So let's say I want to type my let's say my alphabet class. Okay, let me use this one, my alphabet class. Okay, so now we have this on our form here, so let's increase the font. Okay, so let's go to fonts and then click on see when you click on the font, it's highlighted. There's a three dot here. You just click on it, another dialog box will appear. Okay, so let's change the font. So the font, let me use Comic Sans. Okay, we are dealing with children, so the text should be some way of comic like wavy, you see. So Comic Sans selected, then let's bolden it, or let's bold it delicate. Then the size, let's use 26 for now and see. Okay, so let's position it here. Okay, we do the adjustment later. So let's copy this one. You click on Control, then you right click, left click and you drag. Control, you left click, then you drag. It will create a duplicate for you here. So let's change this one to version 1.0. okay, so now let's go to the full screen again, and I'll try to adjust this one to the center here. Okay, I think we still need to enlarge the text, so let's exit the full screen, then let's click on these two. You place your hands on the control, then you click on the two object, then go to fonts. You want to enlarge the size more. Let's go to font and increase the font to, let's say, 48. Okay, so I think this one is okay. So let's see the full screen again. Okay, let's see the full screen again, and okay, so we need to adjust it a bit here. Okay, so we are through with this. The next thing you're going to add now is a progress bar. So but with this, you can still add your image. Let's try to add an image to this. Let's say you want to add a background image. So you go to background. You go to background here. So if I have background image here, so you just click on it. Select the three dots here. It will open a dialog box for you. But we have not added anything to our resource file. So you go to local resource. Then you import from your system. So maybe you have a something like a picture that you want to use. You have downloaded it already. So you go to your system. Then for me, I have a picture here. So let me use this one for now. So that later on you just download some pictures and then use it. Okay, VB project here. See, I have images here. So let me enter there and see if I can get some background. Okay, this one. Okay, let me use this one for now. So let's double click on it. Now it is here, so just click on OK. See that it's taking effect. But let's see something here. See that it is in tiles. So you can just change it. So the background image style, you can change it to zoom. Okay, no, let me use stretch rather. Let me stretch it. Okay, so now let's go to the full screen again and see the effect. Okay, so this okay, so this is it. So we have this one here. Okay, so let's go back. Let's exit here. Now let's add this thing, progress bar. So let's go to the toolbox here. So this is why we call it toolbox. These are the tools you are going to use to work on our form. So let's go for progress bar. So type progress bar, then just drag it here. Okay, so this is it. Okay, this is it. So this is what you are going to do. just right click on it. Then okay, no, let's go to the property here. While it is selected, then let's search for dock. We want to dock this. That means we want to fix it to a certain position. Okay, so dock is none, so let's set it to bottom here. So click on this button downside here to dock it down here. So let's scroll there and see the effects go. So this is now our progress bar. So let's open the full screen and see something. Okay, so this is it. So we have the progress bar here. So let's reduce the size a bit. Okay, it's okay. Now we can for now add a value to the progress bar. So let's go to value. Let's go to value and then select, let's say 50. Okay, so you see that it has loaded to 50. But we do the coding later on, so let's leave it as such. Okay, I think we are good to go now. Okay, so what again I'm going to do. Okay, so let's click on the form. Let's click on make sure the form is selected. Then you go to the start position. Go to the start position. Here's the start position. Okay, let's go to location first. Okay, let's the start position. Then open to center screen. To start position, you change to center screen. So that the moment you launch it, it should be at the center of your system. Okay, then let me see something here. We have left it one thing that we need to do here. As it's okay. What is this then? Let me search a bit there. Okay. This one is none. Okay, I think you have done that already. Okay, so Windows state rather, let's use maximize. So anytime you open it, should maximize itself. Now let's try to launch our system. So anytime you want to launch and see the effect of this, just go to start here and then click on it to launch. So you take your time for it to load and launch your form for you. Okay, so when you open your system, this is what you are going to see on your screen. This is what you are going to see on your screen. Okay, so I think you are good to go. Okay, so let's exit it. Okay, so click on the Windows button here so that the taskbar will appear. Then just click on the Visual Studio icon on the taskbar. Then click on this red button here to stop the system. Okay, so this is the first lesson. We are through with the first. Okay, we are left one thing. Let's go to so I have something called timer. We're going to use timer in this situation. So yes, timer here. So just send it. You see that when it won't come to the form, it will rather come to this. So this timer 1 here. You will be working with that. And don't forget to don't forget the name of this progress bar. So with this, the progress bar is what? Progress bar 1. Okay, so I'll end this lesson here and we'll continue another time in the next video. Thank you and bye bye.